Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Ruffalo Reads. My name's Kelsey and today I have for you the Romance Journey book tag. So this is actually a collab with a bunch of other lovely booktubers. So I will have everybody listed down below, all their different videos. We all pitched in a question each for this tag, which was really super fun to come up with everything. And without further ado, I guess, let's get into all the questions and then my answers to them. So today, when this video is being uploaded, this is actually Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day. And of course, this is going to be all about romance. So let's get into it. The first question comes from the kind of organizer of this tag, Becky, and it is about how old were you when you started reading romance? So this is tricky because I feel like I was in high school, but I wasn't one of those ones that was super into Twilight or whatever else the other one was. I kind of started later in life, I think maybe when I was, more college aged, but I wasn't like specifically reading romance. So I really got into romance mostly over the last 3 to 4 years, I'd say. So that's kind of been my journey. I didn't have like I guess I loved John Green, like The Fault in Our Stars, like killed me. So I loved that. But yeah, so probably that's the answer. John Green, The Fault in Our Stars, that whole era. I read most of his books. And then I read like Jojo Moyes and things like that. Next question comes from Crystal. It's, did you deliberately seek out romance or did you kind of just stumble upon it? And for me, I definitely feel like I sought it out. Like I definitely have always been into the more emotional stuff. Like I liked books that broke my heart. I really liked Jodi Picoult back in the day. Her books always were super emotional. So maybe more I sought out kind of chick lit type books, I guess, or just emotional books. And then from there, obviously romance, like you always hope that there's a romance in those books. So it was kind of like a progression from there. But yeah, this question came from me and it's, did you start with traditionally published romances or indie? And then how has it like evolved, I guess? So for myself, I definitely started with traditionally published, like I said, like Jojo Moyes. When I got like into my adult years and seeking out books, I looked for Christina Lauren. I really liked their books. Did not know it was a dual author when I first started reading them. Colleen Hoover, of course, love. And I don't know, just ones like, what's the other one? Jasmine Guillory was one. Yeah, and then as I watched BookTube and saw all these different creators talking about these different books, I myself was like, well, that sounds really cool, but like, how can I read it? Like, it's not in the bookstore. It's not in my used bookstore. It's not like I'd have to go out on a limb and buy it, I guess. And at that time, I didn't have a Kindle or anything. So I think the accessibility for me was a little tricky. And then I asked for a Kindle and thank God, because we've grown into all the lovely and amazing indie authors that I love so much. And I'm so happy that I got a Kindle and that I listened to amazing booktubers talking about some amazing authors. So really happy about that. Next question comes from Jess, and it was, what was a romance trope that you were afraid to try but ended up loving? And this took me a minute to think about because when I was first starting with like reading and romance and everything like that, I wasn't like aware of tropes at all. Like I don't even know if I had that word in my vocabulary, honestly. So, but I will say that I thought that I loved enemies to lovers, which I do enjoy it. Obviously, it's fun. The banter is really fun. It really works for me in like a rom-com type of situation. And then now with some dark romances, it works for me. It just depends. But so I was kind of not against like childhood friends to lovers or friends to lovers, but I was like, enemies to lovers is definitely the superior trope. It's way more fun. Oh, no. I am hands down ride or die for a good childhood friends to lovers / friends to lovers. I just think that it makes such a bigger impact on you when things go awry or when miscommunication happens or when there's secrets that are uncovered. Like it just really does it for me. Yeah, I just think that that's my favorite. And I was maybe not scared to try it, but just was like, well, it's not as good kind of thing. And then, here we are. Next is from Caitlin from the Love Librarian, the lovely Caitlin. I absolutely adore her. Is there a romance book you'd rate differently today, like a romance book that you read back in the day that you'd rate differently today. And honestly, I don't think that I've reread anything since, like, I have back in the day, but since I've like started this journey of where I'm like reading a lot and stuff, I haven't revisited any. There's books that I definitely want to revisit, but I think that from the start of my reading journey, like Tempting Fate by Jane Green, or I can't think, like, I don't know, like, I think I rated Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating 5 stars. Would I still rate that 5 stars? I don't know. The On Honeymooners I rated 5 stars. Would I still rate that 5 stars? I'm not sure. Like, looking back, I loved them, and I don't know. I don't know if I would rate them differently, but definitely like a Tempting Fate by Jane Green, I'm sure I would rate that differently. I'm sure I'd be able to pinpoint different things that were like so problematic with that. But at the time, you know, I was just starting. It was one of the first books that I had read, and I was like, wow, this is so fun. And like, yeah, it probably was, but was it 5 stars? Like, or whatever I rated it? Probably not. So yeah, that'd be my answer. Next question comes from the adorable Bree, and she said, how has your taste in romance evolved since you began reading? Like I said, I think it evolved as far as like just being able to read the most accessible romances, aka mostly traditionally published, into reading a lot more indie published. And then how has it changed? Like I said, I also like thought that I loved and was obsessed with Enemies to Lovers, and now I'm definitely a childhood friends to lovers girly for sure. And then I also am starting to pinpoint my preferences within subgenres like dark romance and taboo romances, what I like in novellas, and I definitely need to explore more of different subgenres or tropes like the rock star romance. I need to read more when there's like a 3-way relationship going on, because I really enjoy those ones, but there's always like something that bothers me with them. So I need to find my perfect one if there is one. And yeah, I think that it's ever evolving. Like I'm sure all of ours are, like as far as what we read and all the new books that we discover, and the different tropes or different like scenarios that happen within them. And different authors' styles and whatnot. I definitely know that I do not like third person. It just does not work for me. So I've discovered that. So a lot has happened, a lot's evolved, and a lot's changing, and I think it will. Next question is from the so sweet Kaylani, and she said, what is a powerful romance that has left a lasting impression on you? And oh my God. Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman, Between Hello and Goodbye by Emma Scott, An Optimist's Guide to Heartbreak. If you watched my wrap up, you understand how much that book shattered me. I was sobbing. My face was beet red. My fiance was like, are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm not. So there's a few. There's definitely more than that, but those are ones that definitely stand out in my mind as far as ones that are just untoppable, unbeatable. Yeah, I can't wait to get into well, I'm sure I probably have at this point, but A Pessimist's Guide to Love, I think it is, which is the second book in Jennifer Hartman's duet. I need answers. I need the answers. Okay. All right. Next, Jackie is coming up with a hard one. She said, what was the romance book that told you this is what I'm looking for in a partner or in life? Whoa, this is hard. But I thought on it, and honestly, I think I would say In the Weeds by B.K. Borison. There's nothing but just utter respect, adoration, love, support, just everything positive that you could possibly want from a partner, from life, like a beautiful town, wonderful friends, good food. So if that could be real life, that would be great. Yeah. All right, Ava coming in with another difficult one. She said, which books would you recommend to a newbie, and which books would you recommend to a more seasoned romance reader? I think for a newbie romance reader, I would always go with the more tame, not like full of smut, just more cute, silly, good banter books. So I honestly do think like Christina Lauren, Julie Ann, Colleen Hoover, those are good places to start and kind of figure out what you like it within romance, if you like it. And then from there, you know, spread your wings. But also actually maybe B.K. Borison as well, because they have smut in them, but they're just so wholesome and beautiful at the core. So I think that anybody could love her books, but you'd probably have to have a Kindle, I think, or buy them off Amazon. So maybe not as totally accessible. But Love Light Farms might be in Barnes & Nobles now. I'm not sure. But those are the ones I'd recommend for like newbies. More seasoned romance authors, I mean, just depends on your taste. Like, do you like dark romances? Do you like really smutty romances? Do you like friends to lovers or enemies to lovers? Like, just depends on what your taste is. I've found that I really enjoy Candy Steiner. I absolutely love and am obsessed with Jennifer Hartman. I do love Julie Ann. There's just so many. There's more I want to try. There's so many I want to try. But yeah. I still need to read Tabitha Suzuma's Forbidden. I'm like, that's a book I'm scared of, but I have heard from everybody, like, it's beautiful, it'll break your heart. So I am gonna read it someday. Someday it'll happen. All right, this is probably gonna be a little bit repetitive, but Sam asked, what are 3 perfect romances? Definitely a Jennifer Hartman. So I just read An Optimist's Guide to Heartbreak, and that was a 5-star from like the 3rd waypoint. Like, I was like, wow, I'm broken. There's so many lines that I highlighted and noted. Like, they're just beautiful. Like, almost makes you just want to like get a print of it or something, like the words, or say it in your vows. Like, just beautiful. Her books have really left a lasting impression on me. Definitely Still Beating left a lasting impression on me. I've never read a book like that, honestly. So that was beautiful. Julie Ann's For Lucy also left an impression on me. It's just so sad, but beautiful and important. There's definitely memoirs that have left lasting impressions on me. What My Bones Know is probably top tier for me as far as memoirs. I really did enjoy Jeanette McCurdy's memoir as well, and that did leave a lasting impression on me. But I just think as far as like really leaving a lasting impression, What My Bones Know, the way that it deep dived into therapy and different avenues of like self-care and stuff, that really left a lasting impression on me. So there's just, you know, different ones that really stand out in my mind. But yeah, I'm sure there's so many more that I'm like forgetting off the top of my head, but those are the ones that instantly kind of come to mind. So that's what I would say. And with that, guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please go and watch everybody else's videos and like and comment and subscribe to them. They're all beautiful, wonderful people here on BookTube, on Instagram. Everybody's just been nothing but sweet and just amazing. So I hope that everybody has a happy Valentine's Day, and until next time, guys, bye.